Today I'm going to be showing you the best robberies that you can do in ERLC in 2023. If you do enjoy, drop a like and subscribe, but let's get straight into it. Okay then, so there are quite a few different robberies that you can do in ERLC. Of course, we have the bank, then we have these ATMs over here which you can rob. There's about 12 ATMs in the game, I think. And then we have cash registers inside of these buildings. There are loads of them, by the way. There are in pretty much every building you can go inside. There's probably like 30 around the map, maybe I'll say. So that's 30 extra robberies. Then of course we have the jewelry store over here. Then of course we also have the houses, and finally we have the bank truck, which you can also rob, believe it or not. So there are quite a few, but I have the top 5 best ones in order of what makes the most money. So we'll start off with number 5, and the 5th one is cash registers. Now there are so many cash registers literally in pretty much every like store you go in, even inside of Valley Transit. You can see we have one here. Now when you're robbing a cash register, you need to make sure it doesn't look like this, and it actually looks like this kind of low quality kind of black texture is the ones that you can rob. All you need to do is grab a gun, come over here, and you can shoot these, and then you can just take the money, and you'll get around 500 to 1,000 for each cash register you do. Bearing in mind they are literally in every store. In this one, for example, there's 2 of them. You do have to bear in mind there is a little cooldown on them though, so that is a little bit annoying. You can't just rob the whole map at once, that would be too OP. There is like a 5-minute cooldown on them, but aside from that, they are quite good. They don't make a lot of money, however they are really easy to do. They're probably the easiest and the quickest to do in the game. And then in 4th place we have the jewelry store. Now the jewelry store is a bit of a mix because you can get not very much, or you can get thousands. Now if you just come in, rob it once and then drive away, that is why it would be 4th on this list. But if there was no cops in your server, you came in, you robbed this one, and then you robbed this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, you know what I mean, you just rob all of them, you will literally get thousands. I think the whole store is worth about $10,000 on normal mode. So if you rob all of these on normal mode, you will get around $10,000, and it will take you like what, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes if you get all of them right. So 5 to 10 minutes for $10,000 is not bad at all. So this one can be very good, but usually as soon as you rob it, the police will come, and then you've got to get out of there quick before you get arrested. So that is why it would be that place on the list. And now I've got no fuel in my car. Great. But up next we have the one and only, the one that everyone likes to do, and that is the ATMs. The ATMs are literally everywhere in the map. You can find them all over the place. Pretty much everywhere you go there will be an ATM. So of course we have this ATM just here. This is just a good example of them. Now bearing in mind with all of these robberies, or pretty much all of them, you can choose an either easy, normal or hard, and you can see the price changes. Now this isn't a guaranteed price. Normal you'll probably get around 4,000, hard you'll probably get like 7,000, and easy you might get around 2,000, but you can get less than that as well, and you're very unlikely to get the absolute maximum reward. So just bear that in mind, and don't think that you're going to get like $8,000 to $10,000 when you do it, because chances are you won't. It is very unlikely. However, they can be good. So judging if you do it on normal, you could get around 3,000 to 5,000 on average, let's say, which is pretty good. And I think you can rob the ATMs every 5 minutes or maybe every 10 minutes. Have you ever been interested in running and earning Robux from your own successful game on Roblox? Well, I found a great website that sells pre-made high quality games, and you don't even need any development experience. All of the games come completed with Game Pass icons, thumbnails, developer products, animations, and they're all fully scripted by one of the best development teams on Roblox. You can choose from their catalogue where they have a variety of free and paid games for you to use, and they're all amazing quality. And for those of you who have a game idea but lack development knowledge and don't know where to start, well, they've also got you covered, because they will develop your game ideas into fully finished games at the cheapest prices and in a very short amount of time. So what are you waiting for? Go to rbxgames.store or click the link in the description and start earning Robux through your own games today. Thank you very much to RBX Games for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it. And now we move on to the second one on this list, and that is the bank. So the bank is one of the best robberies that you can do in ERLC, but there are lots of factors that vary and change depending on what settings you have set to. Let me explain. So to rob the bank, you have to be in a mafia. Here, I don't know. Oh, okay, my internet's gone. Great. Okay, back in a new server. Continuing on with what I was saying. So to rob the bank, you have to be in a mafia. You can see, I don't know why the all just disappeared, but mafias are quite unique in the way that they work. So mafias work depending on how many people are in your mafia. So the percentage gets split evenly. If there's 2 people, you get 50% each. If there's 3 people, you get about 33% each. If there's 4 people, you get 25% each. 5 people, 20% each, and so on and so on. And that is a good thing and a bad thing. So with the bank, the more people you have, the more money you can take. You have probably 1 minute down at the bottom, and you just have to take as much money as you possibly can. However, if you have only 2 people, then you can't really take any of that money because you won't have enough time to take much of it. Whereas if you have 4 or 5 people, you will be able to probably pretty much wipe out the bank and take every single bit of money that is in there. However, that also causes a problem because, as I said, the more people, the lower each person gets. So if you have 2 people, you might be able to take less from the bank, but what you do take, you'll get 50% of it. However, if you have 4 people, you'll be able to take a lot more from the bank. However, you'll only get 25% of the money, if that makes sense, because there's more people to split the money between. So to be honest, it works out about equal. It doesn't matter if you only have 2 people and you don't get much of the money, because the money you do take, you get 50% of it. Whereas if you have 4 people, yes, you can take all of the money in there, but that's just more people to split the money between, so you will get less money overall, or about the same amount overall. Now this also can be a good thing in terms of the fact that you have more people. If you have 4 people, then you'll have more people to actually shoot the cops. So if you're trying to get out, then you can obviously shoot the cops and you'll be able to escape a bit easier, because when there's a bank robbery, all of the police come here. Every single police officer wants to stop you from robbing the bank, so you will always probably get arrested if you're just doing it as a 2. Whereas if you're doing it as a 4, then there's a lot more people for you to escape with each other. Maybe even one of you could be like a getaway driver or something, I don't know. Now there are a few things you can do to counteract this. You can get a Mafia Game Pass, which allows you to get 15% more money from everything you rob. So you'll get, I think it's 15, maybe 25%, just means you'll get more money overall from everything you rob. So that can be quite a good thing. I hope I made that make sense. But now let's talk about the bank truck. So even if you don't want to rob the bank truck, just doing the bank truck deliveries get you so much money. It's one of the best ways to make money. It is the best way aside from being a criminal to get money, so very, very good. However, robbing the bank truck is definitely one of the hardest robberies. Has my Wi-Fi just crashed again? It has, hasn't it? It has. Please don't. Yep, okay, it has. Lovely. Okay, we're back then. So as I was saying, the bank truck is the hardest robbery I think in the game you can do. A, because it's very rare you will actually see the bank truck, and B, because it's very hard to actually rob. So you can only rob the bank truck if someone is actually doing a delivery for the bank truck. That happens once every 10 minutes, and when they're doing the delivery, they usually only last for 30 seconds to a minute. So by the time you've driven over there, you've put the explosives on the back, you've gone inside, you've robbed the stuff, they'll just be at their destination and they'll have delivered it. And additionally, not many people spawn in the bank truck either anymore. So you can see there was one earlier. That is quite rare, to be honest. In that server I was in just before, you don't usually see bank trucks too much, especially not as much as police officers or something. So it is hard to find a bank truck. It's hard to actually rob it to get the explosives on. You have to somehow stop the bank truck, then climb onto the back without falling off. It's very, very difficult, but if you can do it, you do get around $8,000 from robbing the bank truck. So let me know in the comments, which robbery do you think is the best? Have you ever robbed the bank truck, and do you think the bank truck is the best? Do you agree with me, or do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Please drop a like and subscribe if you did, and leave a comment about what other videos you want to see in the future. Make sure to check out everything else from the description, including channel memberships where you can do things like friend me on Roblox, and also make sure you follow all of my social medias and join all of my servers and groups. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.